Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. In this video, I'm going to be taking my 243, it's a Howa 1500, and I'm going to be loading up some light for caliber bow lights, varmint rounds if you will, and I'm going to do some testing and different loads, and we're going to see what does the best out at the range. Real quick check on my gear here, using Varget. And I've got some CCI large rifle, Hornady 243 Winchester die, got my calipers, funnel kit, I got my bow light seating die set, and what else? Brass. And this is what I'm going to be using. 58 grain, if we can get some of that glare off the camera. 58 grain VMAX. Pretty light, right? I did some bow light testing in this Howa. And out of what I tested from factory loadings, it really liked 80 grainers. So we did some 80, 85, 90, 95, 100s out of the 243, and it really liked the 80 grainers. It's a 1 in 10 twist, but I'm going to test several of these different 58 grain loads of my own concoction, and we're going to see what we can do with some real zippy, fast 243 rounds. I'm going to run through a bunch of stuff real quick, and then we'll head out to the range. We're going to speed it up so it's not as long of a video, but I'm going to show you everything I'm doing. Check this out. Alright, so in a previous video, I showed how to tumble the brass and dry it. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But we got a bunch of clean 243. Next step we got to do is size this brass and knock the primers out. Some of these still have the primers in, and we're going to size them. I've already got that Hornady die in here, and I set the depth already. That was the die that came in this red box, 243 Winchester. So now, couple minutes ago, I sprayed it with the case lube. Now I'm just going to go through this tray, knock the primers out, and size them with this die, and then we'll be ready for the next step. I'll just show you a couple here. Hey, we're cooking with gas. Let me grab one with the primer still in it. Here we go. There we go. Sized it, knocked the primers out. So I'm going to finish this whole tray, and I'll be back for the next step. Alright, I showed you guys we're using large rifle primers. So, just to show you one or two. No primer. I don't think I showed you this in the intro, but this is the Frankfurt Arsenal hand primer. Oh, gotta get one in there first. And primer. Do another one just to show you. No primer. And primer. And I'm going to do that whole tray. Now, so we got this brass cleaned, sized, primed. Now we need powder and the bow lights, and then we'll be ready. So I've got a stair step of different powder loads we're going to try. The first one is going to be 41 grains. I've got this is my Frankfurt Arsenal IntelliDropper, and so I'm going to type in 41 grains. 41. Then I'm going to hit play, and then this is going to fill up with 41 grains. And I put my funnel up that I was using earlier. Let me go grab my funnel. We'll be right back. So you can see it stopped at 41 grains, just like I typed in. I've got my 243 funnel. That's also from Frankfurt Arsenal. And I'm going to put my funnel on there. I'm going to grab this powder, and then I'm going to pour it in like that. Make sure it all gets in there. And then I'm going to do that 41 for 5, and then I'm going to step it up throughout that tray, and I'll be back when it's time to put the boo lights in. Alright, so just got the powder in, all these with the different variations. Now it's time to put the boo lights in. I just made myself a dummy round and worked my way down to the overall length that I'm shooting for. And I'm going to seat all of these at the same seating depth. I've swapped the Hornady 243 die out for this Frankfurt Arsenal Boo Light seating die. And I started out with a Remington 243 factory load to kind of gauge it, and then I worked that dummy round down to the 1,000th of an inch. Now I'm going to sit here and load all these. I'll just sit here and do one for you. To get all these done, and I'm going to check that overall length with the calipers to make sure that it matches what I want it to be. Bingo bango. Yep, that's within 1/1000th of the dummy round. So I'm going to keep loading all these until I got all this tray. Then I'll show you all of them done up. Now I've got all these different rows all loaded to the same overall length, but different charges. Let's go to the range and see how they do. All right, out at the range. I actually loaded this like a week ago and then I got busy, but I'm back to finishing it. Remember, these are 6mm or 243s. Yeah, it says it on there, 243 diameter that I loaded. A bunch of different steps. Cha-cha, you guys saw me do that. And I'm gonna be flinging them out of my Howa 1500 243. I've got a Arkin LH4. I'm gonna edit this fast because this is already a long video. And I'm just gonna edit in me flinging all these. We're gonna do the whole thing. I'm gonna be out here forever letting it cool and all that, but bing, bang, boom, boom, boom. 5 different variations of powder levels. And we'll see if any of these are good. Will they all be terrible? I don't know. 58 grain VMAX in 243. And these all have the same jump. Same overall length, every single one of them. Let's just go see what happens. Somebody's gonna ask. This is the Banish Backcountry 30 cal can. Silencer Central Banish Backcountry can. All right, here we go. Now I'm just gonna edit all this through so y'all don't have to watch a bunch of boring stuff, and I'm gonna fling a whole lot of boo lights. Here we go. Well, hey, something I did right. Didn't blow up on me, huh? But let's keep going. We might have been good with just this very first one, but looking pretty good. Yeah, we could probably call it done right there. But I'm still gonna go through the whole batch. I loaded it. Yeah, we're gonna let it cool, come back. All right, now for the second batch. This is another half grain of powder on here. See how this does. Not too terrible, but that wasn't as good as the first one. Be back with number 3 in a minute. All right, number 3 is another half grain. All right, so we got a whole bunch of data here. To me, it looks like the first one and the third one are gonna be the best. But let's grab that target and measure it at the house. All right, so back at the house, just measured the groups, and I'm actually crazy excited about it. Remember, I loaded these 58 grain VMAX 243, and I just measured these with the calipers. And before I even get any further, I know there's about 1,000 comments already. Where's the chronograph? Where's the chronograph? Where's the chronograph? I know. I got to the range and realized I forgot the chronograph, and I didn't get any speed readings. But what I did get was group sizes, so that's cool. And yeah, we're going to have to load some more of this stuff, a couple of these, and get some speeds and do a little bit deeper dive in another video. But check it out. Remember, this is starting off with 41 grains of Varget and then bumping up a half grain. So check that out. The best of the day was the lightest. 41 grains. Look at that. That's 5. Not 3 like I do a lot of times. That's 5 under a half-inch group at 100 yards. Then we bumped it up. Not quite as good. I'm reading this backwards in the camera. Still under an inch though with 5.83 inch group. I put number 3 because that's the number 3 best. Then our second best group, bumping it up to 42, was a 0.57 inch group right there with 42. Not too shabby, huh? Then our fourth best was this right here, which is still under an inch group as we're getting faster. And then the worst of the day was 43 grains, which is getting close to the max load. The max for this, I want to say, was 44 and some change. But even that still wasn't too terrible with a 1.29. But pretty cool, guys. Like I said, I'm a newbie, getting into this stuff deeper and deeper as I go and learning more. But 2 groups out of this, a 0.57 and then a 0.47. That's getting to the verge of, hey guys, this is seriously good. So I'll probably, next I do with these, I'll probably double down on that 41 and then the 42. Get some chronograph speeds, do some more bench stuff, and just see how it goes. But hey, I'm telling you, this is a whole lot of fun. 243, I got on my brass still. Saved from that, so we can load a bunch more. But hey, appreciate y'all coming along and hanging out with me as I load up that light varmint VMAX, light for caliber for 243. And we got it to 0.47. Pretty cool. And before I forget, that 243 is a 1 in 10 twist. For all the deer catching bullets I've tested, it likes 80s the best. Still not terrible in about the 100 grain weight, but it likes the lighter stuff. We got 0.47 and 0.57 with a 110 twist on these 58s. But hey, I won't hold you any longer. Appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for coming along. And let me tell you, if I can do it, you can do it too. I was intimidated, but I'm practicing. Practice makes perfect, right? But yeah, if you got any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. But like I said, if I can do this stuff, guys, loading up some bootlights, you can do it too. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you on the next one. Hooty-hoo!